Okay, so here's a short video of a track we did opening weekend of bow. This is actually just our second track of the season. As you can see, we're in a small food plot here. There's a ladder stand off to the right. The hunter was set up in the morning and had 3 or 4 young bucks in the field when a very mature older buck came in that he had had some history with. He had actually shot this deer 3 seasons prior, I believe, may have been 2. The deer disappeared that year, and then the following year was not seen again, and then came back on camera 2 years later with a heavy limp, and was obvious that it was the deer that he had shot. This time, a deer came in out of the back left corner. Was only in the plot for just a couple moments. As the hunter went to shoot, a little bit of a gust of wind blew a branch above him down just a little bit, and he could see that the arrow deflected off of it. Using the lighted knock, he could see that the arrow had some wobble in it as it got out to the deer on a 30-yard shot. He knew he had hit back and high and was going to be in a little bit of trouble, so he got down, looked at the arrow, or did not find the arrow, sorry, got down, looked for the arrow, walked over to the edge of the field, and saw just a drop of blood there, and did the right thing, backed out and went and did something else. So I believe he went and closed his camp up for the winter and called us. We agreed to come out later that afternoon, so we set Winston down here 8 hours after the shot and turned him loose and made pretty quick work of this track. It was easy for him because it hadn't been messed with too much. It was a pretty fresh track.
Not really hunched up in the middle more than he was already hunched up in the middle, but I feel like the shot was a little too far back. Was here anyone in?
Blood there. Yeah.
As we break down over the hill here, you'll see a good splotch of blood on a tree on the left-hand side here. We found the front half of the arrow missing the broadhead, about 5 inches of the arrow laying there. I'm assuming he smacked up against the tree as he went by.
Blood here. Still dripping here. Kind of odd that broadhead's not on there, but it must have spun off. He went across the river, it looks like.
As we get to the river, we can tell that he more than likely got in the river. The hope is that he didn't walk down the middle of the river too far and actually crossed. But you'll see Winston comes out here to this little beach head and walks down the river maybe 50, 60 yards before cutting across and up the bank on the other side. It's always a good sign when he dives right into the water. That cold water, he doesn't want to be in it, but his prey drive just forces him to keep going after our target.
Blood right here. I don't know if he just walked down the edge or if he actually crossed it. Blood here. Okay, let's go. Find him. Find him. Hey, right here. We got blood right here going up the bank. He went straight up the bank.
We're good.
We're good? We got piles of blood on the log and then blood going up the bank. Come on. Find him. Good boy.
So the scent is pooling pretty heavy here down in the riverbed where it's nice and cool. The scent's settled there. It's really strong for Winston. He wants to kind of stay down in there in the creek where it's, got a really good whiff of it. But as we work our way up the bank, we can see the deer's first bed, first and only bed. It appeared that he laid there for a bit and then ultimately got up and moved off a little ways before expiring.
Come on, let's go find him. Easy. Easy. Yeah, we got more here. Easy. He bedded right here. Dead deer. Dead deer. That's a boy! Good dog! Hey! Good boy! Tank. Good dog!
Well, as you can see, the exit hole was perfect. Spot on. In a moment here, you'll see us roll them over, and the entrance was very high and very back. I believe when the arrow came off and hit that limb, it deflected it and kind of flattened it out. And as it hit the deer, it either just caught his spine and deflected it down forward, or just maybe clipped that artery, that main artery that runs behind, underneath the spine, and that's ultimately what got him. But all in all, this deer ran a little over 600 yards total. About 600 to its first bed, and then got up out of that first bed and died 50 yards later. Super happy to be involved with closing out a chapter of this hunter's story, having 3 years of history and the heartache of missing him the first time, and then the joys of seeing him back on camera almost a year and a half later. It's been a lot of ups and downs for this gentleman. Super happy to be part of it.